Hey guys, what's going on? Jebb here, and in today's video, I am going to be giving you some of my Bitcoin trade setups, and I'm going to be showing you where I think Bitcoin is heading over the next couple of days. I'm also going to be giving you guys an update on the Ethereum price because right now it is rallying all the way up to nearly $3,300, and I'm going to be telling you where I think Ethereum is going next. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. But without much further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get started on the Bitcoin chart. Guys, Bitcoin rallied just a little while ago all the way up to a local high of $58,900. Our current local high for Bitcoin is therefore $59,000. If we look here on this chart, you guys will be able to tell that Bitcoin is in what we would call a rising wedge. We have an uptrending level of resistance and an uptrending level of support. If you guys will remember, these typically break to the downside 70% of the time. So if we can see we're rising to the upside, typically 70% of the time you're going to break in the opposite direction that this is pointed. Well, if we look out here on the daily chart, you guys will see that Bitcoin has actually held support here on the 20 daily EMA. We rallied above it on Friday, and we've now set it as support as of last night. So that means that Bitcoin is in a confirmed long-term uptrend. Also, if we look at the daily chart MACD and RSI, we can see the MACD is bullish and the RSI is pointing to the upside. It's sitting around 55, which indicates that Bitcoin is in an uptrend and going to continue that uptrend. However, this is what I need you to know. Down here on the hourly chart, this rising wedge does indicate that we're going to have a small correction. So the question is, if we're going to have a small correction, what is that going to look like, and where is Bitcoin going to go next, and how can we potentially trade this? Well, I see a couple of major levels that we need to pay attention to. Number one, we have $56,000, which is sitting right here. This is constituted by these highs over here, and also some of our lows back over in this territory. This is a potential level that Bitcoin could pull back to here at around $56,000. I don't think it would go much lower than that, but also if we look out here on the 4-hourly chart, it is sitting just a little bit. Actually, I take that back. It's out here on the daily chart. It is sitting exactly where the 20 daily EMA is sitting right now. You can see the 20 daily EMA sitting there at that $56,000 level. So if Bitcoin is in an ascending wedge, and this ascending wedge should break to the downside statistically, and we need to find support, then we would want to find support here at 56,000 based on that support that we found on the daily chart. Hope that makes sense. Another thing I want to show you is that our 24-hourly exponential moving average, as it were, is sitting here at $57,000 right on our uptrending level of support. We would have to break this and pull back into a short-term downtrend to pull back there. That being said, guys, I'm still very bullish on Bitcoin in the long run. In fact, as we talked about on Friday, we have an inverse Batman symbol going on Bitcoin right now with a left shoulder right here, a head right here with its nice little bat ears, and a right shoulder right here. This is not actually an inverse Batman symbol, as that is not a technical term, but what it is an inverse head and shoulders pattern, and of course we can make price targets with that, and our price target for this is roughly $68,000 by extrapolating the height of the inverse head and shoulders pattern and using it to predict into the future. Now, something I mentioned in this morning's live stream is that what we typically see happen with these inverse head and shoulders patterns is that they typically get to their price target slower than the market rallied from its absolute bottom to its neckline. What does that mean? Let me explain. From right here, where we bottomed out at $47,000 on the 25th of April, it took us 5 or 6 days to get to the neckline. That's this level right here. That's this line right here on your head and shoulders pattern that you have, that you're watching this video with. It typically is going to take us longer to get to our price target than it took for us to get to the neckline, which means that at the very earliest, we should be expecting a $68,000 Bitcoin at May the 11th. So that means probably sometime between May the 10th and May the 20th, we're going to see a $68,000 Bitcoin based on this trend. But that brings into the question, Jebb, you just said you're bearish on the short term and you're talking about 68,000. What does all this mean? Let me wrap it all up in a nice little bow for you. Here's what I think is going to happen to Bitcoin. As Bitcoin and as the rest of the cryptocurrency markets have rallied quite a bit, you guys can see that crypto markets just passed $2.3 trillion in market cap. I think we're going to have a bit of a correction on Ethereum and on Bitcoin, starting with Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is going to have a small correction here to $56,000, and then through whatever course of events, it's hard to be very specific about how we're going to get there. We're going to bounce off of $55,000 to $56,000 zone, and we're going to rally to that $68,000 region. So with that said, here are some potential trade setups for your Bitcoin chart. First and foremost, there is a very risky, I want to be clear with that, this is a risky but possible trade setup sitting here with an entry on a short around $56,900, very conservative stop loss, and a price target down around $56,000 flat. This does have a little over a 2x risk to reward ratio. The reason I say it's very risky is because when you're betting against the primary trend, which right now the primary trend is to the upside, you're putting yourself at risk because, again, as we've always said, the trend is your friend until it ends. That being said, another great trade that you might want to look out for is a trade on that bet of a $68,000 Bitcoin. If Bitcoin starts breaking new highs, which right now is sitting at $59,000, it would be a fantastic idea, in my opinion, to enter a swing trade all the way up to at least $65,000, our current all-time high, and potentially $68,000, which may be our new all-time high. So those are two setups to look at. A very short-term short trade down on the hourly chart and a swing trade on the long-term charts for Bitcoin. With all that said, let's go ahead and move on over to Ethereum because there is some breaking news going on with Ethereum as Ethereum is breaking all-time high. You guys who watched the stream this morning probably noticed that Ethereum hit $3,200 last night at 4 o'clock in the morning, and we set that as a new all-time high. I think my prediction that we made in the stream this morning is going to be accurate because I was the only one that predicted Ethereum would go up. I predicted a $3,300 Ethereum, and right now, guess what? Ethereum is sitting at exactly a $3,322 price target. This is our new all-time high, and here's the thing. A lot of people want to know where exactly is Ethereum going? Where is it going to top out? Let's go to full screen. I want to discuss this very briefly. This is a good question. Everyone wants to know where the market's going to go, of course, and that's the point of technical analysis. That's the point of this chart analysis that we are doing right here. But the problem is that when you break all-time high and you're in this blue sky breakout territory, there's really nothing to base any predictions off of. The only thing that I can say is Fibonacci extension, and I'm going to show you Fibonacci extension here in just a second, but really, well and truly, there's not much to go off of when there's no historical trends to look at. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. We're going to talk about where I think Ethereum is going to go, but we're not talking about specific numbers here. We're talking more about general ideas. So let's jump back on the chart and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. If we look on the Ethereum chart over the last several months, we can see that there is a Fibonacci extension level that we want to pay attention to that perfectly called this top at $3,350. You can see it right here. The 2.618 extension level perfectly called this top. Let's back up. Number one, if you don't know what Fibonacci extension is, I highly encourage you to check out the link in the description box down below. Something called the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, which, by the way, if you haven't already joined, is going on a coupon code starting tonight at midnight, May the 4th, for $66 off. We will be talking about that more at the end of the show, but in that course, I talk to you guys about Fibonacci retracement and Fibonacci extension. In this case, the proper way to set up Fibonacci extension is with this local high here at $2,000 and this local low at $1,300. That gives us a price target sitting right up here around $3,300 where we are sitting right now. But at 3.618, we also have another price target, which is sitting at $4,000. The reason I bring that up is because $4,000 is a big even. It's a nice, whole, easy number that everybody can wrap their head around. It's not $3,769.42. It's $4,000. Simple, nice and easy. You tend to see that the market will rally to and top out around these nice, simple levels. For example, right here, we topped out at $2,000. Right here, we topped out at $2,500. Right here, we bottomed out at $1,500. The market seems to like those nice, even numbers. So when we're looking at our Fibonacci extension and it's predicting a $4,000 Ethereum, I am inclined to believe that that is where we're going to go. When are we going to get there? That's hard to say. One thing I will mention is that we have gone parabolic over the last several weeks. In fact, ever since the beginning, about halfway through March, this market has been in a straight-up parabolic trend, so it would not surprise me if we rallied that far very, very quickly. That being said, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, and we also do want to keep in mind that what Ethereum is doing right now is characteristic of the end of a trend. Let me go to full screen. I want to explain this to you guys. Even on the logarithm chart, Ethereum looks like it's going parabolic, which means that it's going even more than truly parabolic as far as percentage gains. It is increasing in speed even more than you might imagine. So here's the thing. That's very healthy in one aspect. It means that there's a lot of exuberance around Ethereum. It means that there's a lot of hype around Ethereum. But on the other hand, it can be a bad thing because it might mean that Ethereum is overextended and needs time to correct. In fact, if we go back to my chart, I can show you right now that the RSI on Ethereum is currently sitting at 81. That is the highest it has been since January when it topped out at 88, and I think we can all agree that January was a much different time than we are in right now. I think that there was even more exuberance in January than there is today, despite Ethereum trading at a third of its current value. So let's go to full screen and I'll wrap out the video with this. Ethereum is a very good project, and I'm very happy to see it doing very well. I predicted a $2,894 Ethereum by the end of quarter one. It took an extra month, but the prediction came true. I love Ethereum, and I hold a lot of it. I think it's a great great platform, a great project. That being said, we can't deny when the technicals are screaming at us saying that something is overextended. I'm not saying that Ethereum is going to have a giant correction, but I am saying that whether Ethereum consolidates here at 3,300 or consolidates at 4,000, it needs to consolidate, and it is for our own good that it do so. So I am hoping that Ethereum consolidates, but that being said, guys, right now the bulls are running, and you don't want to get in the way of a stampede lest you get trampled. I want to hear in the comment section down below, what do you think of Ethereum? Are you happy with it hitting $3,300? Do you think it's overextended? Do you think that Bitcoin is going to rally back to all-time high and beyond like I think it's going to? I'd love to hear all of your thoughts on that in the comment section down below. By the way, guys, if you haven't already, join the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. It's been active for over 2.5 years, and nearly 4,000 students have gone through it and used it to learn everything that you could possibly need to know about technical analysis. First link in the description box. Coupon code May the 4th will be going live tonight at midnight. We'll be talking about that over the next couple of days. I believe that sale runs through the end of Saturday. Don't quote me on that, but I will be giving you the exact date on tomorrow's live stream, so make sure you tune in for that. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on social media at CryptoJebb. And if you're a trader, sign up with Bybit with the link in the description box down below. It is my preferred exchange and the one that I recommend if you want a fantastic user interface with a lot of really cool features and great customer support. That link is down below as well, and it does help to support this channel. Anyway, guys, that is going to wrap it out for today's video. Before I go, though, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.